Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Lucia.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank you for this happy occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. We rejoice with these graduates on this special day of achievement and celebration. And we ask for your blessing on these young men and women who have worked many difficult weeks and have given so much of themselves to arrive at this moment. We thank you for their families and the sacrifices they have made to make this day possible. We ask that you will fulfill their hearts with pride as they witness the fruit of their labor. We also pray you would give to the leaders and instructors a sense of accomplishment for their faithful and dedicated service to these graduates. Grant this airman strength that they may remain steadfast in the causes of truth, justice, and freedom, and may always bring honor to the Air Force, to their families, and to themselves. We ask this in the mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Lucia. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the hosts for today's ceremony. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jason Carruthers. The Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Lee Hoover. The Commander, Air Force Basic. Today's reviewing officer is the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Jason Carruthers. Accompanied by the 16th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Chief James Roy, accompanied by his wife, Paul. From the 37th Training Wing, the Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jason Generos. The Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Philip Eckeron. Also in attendance with us today, Brigadier General James Keith, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by his wife, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Keith. World War II veteran, Chief Warrant Officer George Johnson, United States Army, retired, accompanied by his wife, Sandy. World War II veteran, Corporal Thomas Davis, United States Marine Corps, retired, accompanied by his wife, Angelina. We would also like to introduce a distinguished group in attendance with us today, the Air Education and Training Command Squadron Command Team and Spouses Course, Class 19C. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass in review today have completed a demanding 8.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Taylor Sloan, Military Training Instructor, 324th Training Squad. Colonel Carruthers will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. 77th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence Streamer. The Commander's Excellence Streamer is awarded to the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 393, for their significant accomplishments, demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 25 March 2019 through 17 May 2019. Signed, Jason Carruthers, Colonel, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737th Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest Air Force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb ramp to pass in review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The airmen recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force, the in armed conflicts, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 8 Medals of Honor, 27 Air Force Crosses, and 188 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Armed with this knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the hero's walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Technical Sergeant Miles Hudson, hometown, Raleigh, North Carolina. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass in review. Military Training Instructor, 324th Training Squad, hometown, Battle Creek, Michigan. From the 321st Training Squad, the 737th Training Group, Drum and Bugle, led by Technical Sergeant Jack Lee, hometown, Gaithersburg area, and Master Sergeant Ashley Gonzalez, hometown, Tacoma, Washington. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Stephen Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Kenneth Bromwell, hometown, Moreno Valley, California. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Monkey Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Anthony Esquito, hometown, Reseda, California. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing the first 100% disabled airmen to re-enlist, Del Toro Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Caitlin Brown, hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The squadron selected as a color guard is from the 331st Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Daniel Lizell. Hometown, Kettle, Mississippi. The flight selected to carry our state and territorial flags are from the 324th Training Squadron, representing the 1st Female Combat Arms Major Command Program Manager, Lieutenant Waldo Flight, led by Master Sergeant Brian Willis, hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Technical Sergeant Christine Castro, hometown, Los Angeles, California. The B Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant David Bulliver, Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron, hometown, Lewis, California. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 7, Pantry Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Eric Harris, hometown, Jackson, Mississippi. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 6, McCoy, led by Staff Sergeant Brandon Lucio Shaw, hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 8, Harris Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Christopher Gilbert, hometown, San Antonio, Texas. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 10, Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Ulysses Perea Velasquez, hometown, Ephrata, Washington. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 16, Troy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Andres Rojas, hometown, Cali, Colombia. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Master Sergeant Jamie Swanson, hometown, St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 8.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly protective members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibility and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron undergraduates as well as their families. Basic military training undergraduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through the 8.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of our airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. The 16th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant James Roy, will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Good morning and welcome to this fabulous day. What a fabulous day. You know, we thought it was going to be raining all day, and look what comes out right at time of graduation. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I want to first of all say a special thank you to all of our families that are here, both physically and spiritually. Thank you for entrusting us with your most precious gift. Thank you so much for that. And are you ready for your airmen? Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to also say a special thank you to the command teams of both the 37th Training Wing and BMT. Thank you all for honoring me and allowing me an opportunity to come and address this esteemed group here. We have young airmen, almost 700 young airmen just joining our force. I want to also say a special thank you to our veterans in the group. Can I ask the veterans in the group to please stand and let us give you a round of applause? On your shoulders that these young airmen will stand to give you honor, to give you the credit for what you've provided to us. In this case, the greatest Air Force in the world, and certainly the most lethal force we've ever known in history. Your Department of the Air Force, also known as the United States Air Force. I want to also say thank you to the MTLs, the military training leaders that have provided the leadership, guidance, mentorship to these young airmen now over the last 8.5 weeks. To make them, they've earned the right to be called airmen now. But thank you as MTLs or MTIs that you've had the fortitude to put in the long days, the long hours, the patience, if you will, to groom, to grow the next generation of airmen. Thank you so much for what you've provided us here in these fabulous airmen. The reason we're here today, I address the airmen in the group. Those almost 700 that are standing here before me that are now becoming airmen of the United States Air Force. Thank you for coming forward. As was addressed a little bit earlier, less than 1% of the entire population of the United States will ever serve in uniform. That gets even smaller as we look at each one of the services. Our service, the United States Air Force, we certainly are appreciative that you step forward with integrity, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Those core values that we stand by each and every day that are now part of you, part of your behavior, part of your action every single day. You know, it was almost 37 years ago that I stood where you're standing today. None of us know where we're headed. None of us know the chart ahead, the path ahead. For me, that led to multiple career fields, many joint assignments, culminating in as the Command Senior Enlisted Leader of United States Pacific Command, and then serving as complete honor as the 16th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. I couldn't be more honored to be here today and recognizing this great moment and what you're about to accomplish in the future. None of us know what that future is going to be. None of us know what campaigns we will be in, what challenges we will have. But I know one thing. I know our airmen are ready. They're ready to stand by, shoulder to shoulder, as equal peers to our joint partners. In any campaign, either CONUS or OCONUS, you're ready. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you for joining the greatest Air Force in the world. And I have to ask the families that are here, are you proud of your airmen? Are you proud of your airmen? I also realize I'm the only thing standing between you and your airmen. So I'm going to cut this short. I ask for continued blessings on the great United States of America, the United States Air Force, and these airmen standing before me. Airmen, I have one last question for you. Are you ready to join the greatest Air Force the history has ever known?
Thank you, Chief Master Sergeant Moore. Instructors, place your flags at attention.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Let me do this right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Having done this a number of times, but
Colonel Carruthers will now administer the oath of enlistment.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airmen. Welcome to the ranks of the World Service Family.
Thank you, Colonel Carruthers. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated.